Pay for what you have not consumed, and it's illegal to consume power, not pay.
You know, I asked my initial question because on the 11th of November 2016, the minister, Mr. Fashola, was quoted to have said the federal government will not revoke the privatization that has happened. And now we see him saying, quoted again, that it was deceptively delivered. What does that mean?
Thank you. I think it's not too late to realize your fault. And this, I mean, I'm not trying to engage the political dimension. You know, they have a program which said they were able to now incrementally to deliver 40,000 megawatts. And I was in this studio, I said that's not realistic, that we cannot even pick 5,000, which has been the actual capacity. We've been oscillating around 3, 4. The installed capacity now is 6,000. It's always been there. And most of the interventions now, most of the Mambila and the rest that they have now, they've always been there by the previous administration. Nothing new during this era. The IPP, the NIPP under the Niger Delta Powering Company were all done by Obasanjo, which they are trying to privatize.
So what does it mean when the minister says that they're going to fix the Mambila and get it to an optimal production of 3,500 megawatts?
They're just trying.
Is that throwing money away?
I'm not saying they're throwing money away, but it's good to. I mean, we've seen interventions here and there, but they haven't really started new projects. To be honest, even in Lagos, the one that is currently there is the one that Fashola himself did as governor of Lagos State. So we'll have expected that we'll see more intervention, more activities at the level of the state, which was why I said, unless we now say power cannot be a federal thing.
It is not, is it?
And the states, unless we back off from this centralized power sector governance, nothing will work.
No, but the only thing centralized now is transmission, isn't it?
Distribution is still centralized.
You mean with the discos? With
the discos, because they are still under. We're talking of the regulatory issues now, because NERC is still there regulating them, even when they are going off grid.
But that's not distribution.
No, generation, distribution.
You say even if they are going off grid,
even if they are generating off grid, they still regulate them, which is wrong. And they stifle the sector, not opening it up for competition. We are not to get to the competition stages, which the term we're still at the stage where we're trying to take it easy, so that the disco will be able to recoup money spent. But there is a challenge. This challenge of regulation is always there. Challenge of metering is always there. The cost reflective tariff is always there. New generation and capacity is always there. Funding, a whole lot of issues.
Okay, but this issue is notwithstanding, will it be a good idea to review the privatization exercise?
Absolutely. It's long overdue. And I predicted here another round of reacquisition and refinancing of the discos, of the entire privatization exercise. And I see discos taking over discos. I see discos now going off their concession areas. I see states now doing licensing. I see Ogun State having Ogun State Electricity Regulatory Commission, OGSEC. I see Lagos having LASEC, Lagos State Electricity Regulatory Commission. I see increased activities in the realm of off-grid power generation.
But how do we get there?
We'll get there gradually, because the center can no longer hold. Because the discos, only 1 or 2 of the discos are really doing well. I don't want to mention them so as not to be doing media PR for any of them. We know those who are doing well.
So they're the ones that can possibly take over other discos.
But it's to get to a level when some of the discos, it's like it happened in the banking sector. Some banks were like buying over some bank, taking over some bank, because some couldn't just compete. It will happen. They were trying to play politics with this, saying, oh, we can't go back, but they need to revisit. I'm not saying they should revoke. There's need to revisit.
But we can't revoke, can we? It won't be wise.
We can't revoke. I'm not talking of outright revocation.
So you see another round. What does that entail?
Thank you. It will entail the discourse sitting back when government stops all these handouts being given to them. The reason is that I said government should also back up from its asset. Government has 40% stakes in this discourse. And they are still able to cut the short. That's why government is still invariably a regulator of sort, because of the shareholding. The equity participation of government, equity holding of government is